The signs you have unhealed trauma. Many people live with unhealed trauma from the past, either from the childhood moment or terrifying experience in the past. Whatever it is, it's not easy to heal the trauma. It often results in the overwhelming amount of stress, anxiety, and could trigger depression. The events such as the death of a loved one or an end to a meaningful relationship could lead someone to traumatic experience. Trauma also can be caused by the tragic accidents such as nature disaster, car crash, or the other horrifying experiences. It's not a good idea to always pretend that we are okay and not having the trauma. You should have the healthy way to deal with trauma, because if you let it unhealed, it can lead to repress your negative emotions. Healing from trauma takes time just like the pain, but it's very important so you can live well. Here are the signs that you should spot from yourself if you have the unhealed trauma. 1. Low self-esteem. When you have the early childhood experiences that make you trauma, it may skew your self-image and lead to the low self-esteem. The experiences such as abandonment and neglect can make you down a path of questioning your self-worth. Many people are struggling to feel good about themselves, especially when someone they love inflicts harm upon them. According to study, patients with PTSD can have very low self-esteem and also have feelings of worthlessness. 2. Resisting positive change. People with unhealed trauma also often being suspicious of positive change. Whenever you experience something good in your life, you will automatically feel guilt or shame, and unable to accept that positive change. Something inside you tells that you don't deserve happiness. 3. Trouble asking for help. Another common sign that you should aware is that you have the trouble to ask the help from other people. You are really introverted, especially when it comes to problems and obstacles in your life. You are unable to communicate and open up to the closest ones about your problems. Instead, you prefer to be silent and oppressing all feelings inside and are afraid to reach out to others. This happens because you experienced rejection, neglect, or judgment from other people in the past. 4. Fear of failure. If you are so afraid of failure, it's not a big thing that you should worry. Fear of failure is normal, until it develops more and more with a stronger fear of failure, it is categorized unhealthy. Then, it can start to outweigh your motivation to succeed. Because of this feeling, you often miss out on loads of opportunities and stunt your creativity. Moreover, it also leads to insecurity. You also often afraid to not be the best caused by an unhealed trauma, and then it makes you have the negative beliefs in yourself. 5. Strong fear of success. Repressing trauma can also lead someone to a strong fear of success. Just think for a while, maybe you have held yourself back from achieving something that you really want in your life, you fear about what could happen when you do it. It's not because you fear of not getting it. Unlike fear of failure, it's something different. You fear of gaining success and fear to lose the things you have before you achieve the success. The fear sabotage chances to even start and get on the road to success. This feeling is associated with someone's that was experienced abandonment at their young age. 6. Hurting yourself or others. People with unhealed trauma also often hurt themselves for others. If you also often do the same way, you need to get the help from the therapist. When you are feeling the other intense emotions, you lash out at other people. Sometimes, you isolate yourself and push away your loved ones if you are dealing with a certain issue in your life. It's clear that hurting from the unresolved trauma also can lead you to unintentionally hurting yourself and the people around you. However, those people only want to help you and only want to be there whenever you have a problem. But you keep shutting them out just because you don't want them to be involved in your problem. Moreover, at the same time, you also can be very emotionally volatile, oversensitive, and go out of control easily. In more severe cases or situations, you might lose your temper and break the things around you, or self-harm. All the things are detrimental for both yourself and your loved ones, and what you need to do is to control it. 7. You need to plan for everything. When someone is struggling with the unhealed trauma, they are also unable to do anything spontaneously. Everything must be completely in control. They have the strong need to stay in that control in the plan. Everything is under a micromanagement that you make. You also plan everything for things even if the things are still years away. You become so messy and confused when you do things that are not included in your plan. Everything about the things will be included in detail, such as the budget until the very little expense. You also plan what to wear, what to do, what to eat, and with who you meet. When things does not go as you expect or you plan, you will be very frustrated. According to Herman in 1998, this shows that you have a deep-seated distrust in both yourself and the world in general. Your need for control is most likely rooted in a traumatic experience that left you feeling helpless and vulnerable. 8. You have difficulty concentrating. Most people can concentrate well in many situations, especially when it's necessary. But when it comes to unhealed trauma, you need to take longer time to fully concentrate. It's a hard thing to concentrate on a matter because our brain just can't accomplish it for you. According to Bauer and Sivers in 199, trauma has a lot of damaging psychological effects, and it's not uncommon for victims to suddenly have difficulty concentrating sometimes. Thus, when you have been having gaps in your memory, finding it hard to keep your train of thought, and blacking out often in these recent days, it may be the sign of the unhealed trauma. So you need to resolve it soon by seeking the help from professionals, such as getting a therapy. Experiencing unhealed trauma could be very detrimental for your life. It may affect to many areas of life such as career, relationship, and your social life. Sometimes, it's draining other people's energy to keep contact with you because we still have unhealed trauma. Other people around us need to have extra patience to understand you, and provide safe place for you. That's why, the best way to solve the unhealed trauma is by seeking the help either from professionals or openly talk to someone that you trust. If you just keep it in your mind, it will lead you to the more chronic situations or maybe destroy your relationship in romantic, family, and friendship relationship. Many people around you may not understand you forever, but it's you that must understand yourself.